difference in jiu-jitsu for you and MMA?
Well, there's a lot of difference. I believe in jiu-jitsu, especially in the guard, you can't stay mid-range.
Yeah.
I don't want to cover like this, like if I'm in a standing position. I want to cover like this. My head is off the ground, my muscle of my abdominal are contracted. So it's possible for you to damage here, but because I'm contracted, it's less likely. So I want to focus all the protection on my head.
You're okay with this
Yeah, it's okay, but I want to be here. So there's a gap where I can see you here.
Yeah.
If I'm here, it's not as efficient because you can go on the side. And it's easy for you to grab my wrist, put it down, and hit. Yeah. If I'm here, it's harder for you to control my arm. If you want to grab, it's hard for you to grab. So that's the first thing. Another thing, if your hands are here, I want to take away your hand on me. I want to pull you to me. I want to control your head and your arm. And from there, there's many options. I like to take the clamp because it controls your elevation and you can't hit me. It's either I'm very close to you or I'm very far.
Can you try to get up?
I'm very far. Yeah, if I can't get up, no problem. I'm using my leg to push you away, or I can use the tip of my feet to create distance. So you need to be aware that I can kick you in the head too. So it's either very close or very far.
What about on top? What are you doing
On top, yeah. So if I'm on top, the best position for me to be, ultimately, is not even mount, is to have your back flat you to the floor from this position. Because now you cannot hit me, I can hit you, and I can either knock you out or submit you. This is the worst. Mount is the second best because I'm having a lot of control. Mount and also with my knees under your armpit. The worst would be in your guard. So it's not as bad as if you would be in a jiu-jitsu competition because I have the gravity on my side. But if I'm here, I need to respect 3 rules. I never want you to put my hands on the floor. Go with submission, all kinds of things. You can very easily wrap my arm and wrap my head, close the distance, and now it's a pain for me. So no hand on the floor. I don't want you to have your head higher than my head, because if your head is higher than my head, you have a guillotine, it's very hard for me to control and do anything to you if my head is lower than your head. And another thing, the third thing is I don't want to let you take an angle of me. So if you take an angle to do a jiu-jitsu, you see you need to take an angle. Yep. So if I take away that angle, I kill your offense. So my hands always on you, never on the floor.
Are you hitting? Are you trying to hit a little bit?
Yeah, I can hit at the same time. If you try to raise your head up, I don't accept it. I keep my head high. If you try to take an angle, I put you back in line. So if I respect these 3 rules, as I'm respecting these 3 rules, I can cause damage, even if I'm in the guard. But my goal is always eventually to pass the guard, get to a more dominant position.
I love it.
It's in a nutshell. That's what it's about.